Have you ever had a project so big that you didn't know where to start? Well, in this video series, we're unpacking what it looks like to purchase a home in the state of Washington and hopefully right here in the beautiful Key Peninsula. Well, my name is Angelyna Welch and I'm going to be your tour guide to the buyer roadmap. So welcome to step 6, which is opening escrow. And if you stick around, I'm going to share a tip on when to deposit your earnest money. Quick timeout. If you're purchasing land, steps 1 through 5 are going to look slightly different, so stay tuned for that roadmap. But in the meantime, for the rest of these steps moving forward, they're going to be similar regardless of what you're purchasing. Well, congratulations, you made it through inspections, and now it's time to deposit your earnest money. So usually the deposit timeline has about the same timeline as the home inspection. Sometimes the earnest money, depositing your earnest money timeline is going to be a little shorter. It just depends on what your contract says. And so let's go way back and remember the video on writing the offer. And we talked about generally how much money you put into earnest, and that is 1 to 3% of the purchase price. And let's also remember that earnest money is the buyer's promise to do business with the seller. And if the buyer backs out of the sales contract, and there's no contingencies holding you in place, the buyer releases the earnest money to the seller in lieu of the buyer getting sued by the seller. So there's that. And then also, if the buyer backs out within the confines of the contract, then generally speaking, the earnest money will go back to the buyer. Now, while the buyer is under contract, the earnest money is the buyer's, and this can be used for down payment, closing costs, and then if you are purchasing with cash, it can go to purchase towards your purchasing price. Okay, so how it all works. Now the escrow company is going to reach out to you, aka the buyer, via email or phone call with instructions on how to deposit your earnest money. And you're going to want to make sure that you actually call and confirm the wiring instructions, because wire fraud is a real thing. So then, once you deposit your earnest money, the transaction team is going to receive the receipt and then get that receipt over to the seller to confirm that you are still following all of the timeline restrictions within the contract. Okay, the tip on when to deposit your earnest money. If you are doing your home inspection inside the timeline of depositing your earnest money, go to your home inspection first, and then after your home inspection, drop off your cashier's check to the escrow company, maybe like on your way home. Sometimes at the inspection, the inspector finds something so big that you know you're not going to move forward with. And now, if you've already deposited your earnest money, you have to go through a couple extra hoops and jumps. And in order to avoid doing that, just go ahead and deposit your earnest money after you go to your home inspection, assuming that your home inspection, the time that you've scheduled, is still within the timeline of being able to deposit your earnest money and not going out of contract. For a list of what the buyer and sellers pay for in the title and escrow fees, click the PDF below. And as always, to book a sales-free, educational-focused discovery call with me, click the link below. And to continue on with the buyer roadmap, click the video for step 7, which is financing.